Welcome to the Museum of the Jewish People at Bet Atfutzot. Here, we believe and try to tell the unique and ongoing story of the Jewish people. We believe that you are part of the stories. Welcome to Let There Be Laughter, Jewish humor around the world. We build this exhibition, which portrays Jewish humor in different times and places, with the understanding that the story of the Jewish people is many times, at the end of the day, a funny story. Humor helped us throughout the years as a survival and defense mechanism, but also as a tool for keeping tradition and customs. The inner codes that developed in the Levant and Magreb also developed in Galicia and Ashkenaz. In these galleries, we will learn about Jewish history and culture, and also about our ability to view everything as laughter through tears. Come with me. So, what happened to Jewish humor from North Africa, from Eastern Europe, when it came to the shores of the US and to Israel? In this gallery, we deal with archetypes. What does humor deal with? What does Jewish humor deal with? With understanding what Jewish humor talks about, we can actually understand what Jewish people were upset with, what had they to contend with, what dilemmas and questions they had. So we see the community, we see faith, we see holidays, we see family, we see Jews and non-Jews. These are the main topics that Jews deal with throughout our unique and ongoing story. the United States, between 1882 and 1924, more than 2.4 million Jews arrived at the gates of the country. Most of them at the East Coast, most of them in New York, most of them in Manhattan, which was then more densely populated than Mumbai and India or any other place in the world. In order to escape those stifling New York apartments, where sometimes 3 or 4 families lived, they went outside. They wanted entertainment. They wanted something to do. And this is where vaudeville is born, on street corners, in basements. This Jewish industry was there to supply entertainment for all of the people who wanted them. A generation passes. It's the 1930s and 1940s. Jews are more affluent. They have risen the social ladder and are starting to arrive at the American dream. And now they have their own apartments, and during the stifling New York summer, they want to go to the country clubs. The only problem is, the country clubs won't have them. Anti-Semitic and anti-Irish sentiment at the time is the highest in history, and clubs won't accept Jews. So Jewish communities do what they usually do in those circumstances, and they establish their own, the Borscht Belt. And here, in the Borscht Belt, stand-up is born, when busboys and aides and staff are asked to stand up on stage during lunch and tell jokes to hundreds of people while they're eating. This is where Mel Brooks, Danny King, and an entire generation of comics is born. These are also the years where they break out and arrive at the American dream. Everyone knows their names. But this generation, like many other creators from Broadway and comics and TV and Hollywood, don't talk much about their Jewish identity. And if they do, it's in a self-deprecating way. They want to be part of America. They don't want to point any fingers at it. This all changes with Lenny Bruce. Political and biting, Lenny Bruce puts Jewish identity at the forefront. He uses Yiddish, he uses curse words. He says that being Jewish is cool, and being Goyish is square. Part of the Beat generation, Lenny Bruce has no qualms talking about Jewish identity, culture, the problem there are in it, the problem Gentiles have, anything else he wants to talk about. Vaudeville, stand-up, the Borscht Belt, these paved the way for American Jews to be a dominant force in the American humor industry. And this is when we come full circle. The most successful sitcom of all time is like where we started, in a New York apartment. Only now it doesn't have 3 or 4 immigrant families in it. It has one stand-up comedian, Jerry Seinfeld, and the entire country, the entire world is invited into the apartment to see what he makes of life and to see a show that ran for a decade about nothing. So what happens to Jewish humor when the Jewish state is born? Humor, like always, changes with the time. And a new phenomenon is born, unique to Israel. Humor adati, humor about people's Jewish communities and origins of the past. Laughing about customs, about accents, about different attributes of the communities. Trying through humor to reconcile and establish a new society with all of those different people coming at one time and place. An example of that humor is Luba. Luba is a rendition of a former Soviet Jew coming to Israel and working as a cashier, while many Sabras, many native-born Israeli Jews, consider Luba to be a welcoming figure and think of her as part of the acceptance of former Soviet Union Jews into Israeli society. Actually, many former Soviet Union Jews think of her as an offensive figure. And this is something we always need to consider thinking about humor. When are we actually giving a hug? When are we going for an embrace and for being together, and when are we hurting the person we're laughing at, with, or about? Thank you for being with us. We hope you log on to our website, see more of our tours, use our online databases, but most importantly, we hope that once this is all over, we get to see you face to face. So thanks again, and hope you come back. Goodbye.